Hey, everybody, how's it going? I'm going to lay it out there, and I'm just going to say sometimes parents are relieved when their sons and daughters break free, move out, and estrange. A lot of parents won't admit this because to do so is shameful in the eyes of society. To say, thank God my son or daughter moved out, I am so relieved. And I'll tell you, each one of us who has more than one child, or let's just say you have one, who has been very, very, very challenging, and you have done your best because no one receives a book on how to parent a difficult child. I think there was a book way back when because I remember one of my great aunts. She had a daughter my age. I think there was a book called Tough Love. I didn't know what to do because a cousin of mine was smoking and drinking and this and that. So there have been books out there. But anyways, if you have raised a challenging son or daughter, in the back of your mind, you were thinking, God, I can't wait till they move out because I am exhausted. When it comes to parental estrangement and all of a sudden they ghost you or move out and you're like, you're, you're kind of relieved in a way. I'll just tell you my own experience in my own home. I my mom and I were not particularly close. In fact, when I was young, I never went to my mom about anything. Not when I had my first kiss or not when I lost my virginity as a teen. We just didn't have that kind of relationship. And so even when I was 16, 17, 18, I thought, how am I going to get out of this house? And there was no prospect for a full-time job because I hadn't gone to college. And so I joined the military to leave my house. And I think, to be honest with you, my mother was probably relieved. And I wasn't a troubled child. I just think it gave us both a way out. And so I just think a lot of us, if we admit that we were somewhat relieved when our sons or daughters parted ways, but then we couldn't say that to our friends and family because, God forbid, you finally admit that you are free and clear of drama, chaos, the addiction, this and that, the challenges that come along with your son or daughter getting into trouble. I mean, holy cow! Or what about the general fights or disrespect or challenges that come along with raising a very disgruntled or angry young individual? That's not something any parent wants to admit. When my oldest moved out, it was out of the blue, but as I can say, it was unconventional how she left. I mean, just years prior to that, she had, it had been tough in more ways than one. And so when she was gone, I, I, I think it was tough because we didn't leave on we didn't leave on spoken terms. We didn't talk about it. It wasn't discussed. She didn't come and say, "Mom, I'm really angry with you." Um, she just up and left. So I think because it's happening in such a different kind of way, um, it's kind of like a breakup or when you get ghosted. It's one of those situations you say, well, why didn't we just talk about it? Sometimes that doesn't happen. And you're thinking, well, we coulda, shoulda, woulda. I mean, could we just have sat down and talked about it? And is there a way we could have both admitted that this is probably a good decision? Maybe your mom or dad would have helped you move on because they were at the end of their rope as well. But we as parents can't say that. We can't say, it's it's probably good for both of us that you find a new place to live. So, anyways, that's all I wanted to talk about, the unwritten rule or the unspoken truth. I'll tell you, it's sometimes when they leave, it's kind of a relief because we need a break from one another, and I need a break from you, and you need a break from me. So anyways, that's all there is to it. And I'll be back.